still hungover. I'm still hungover. I'm still hungover. I'm still hungover. Sometimes I wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Make my sandwich with the wrong side of the bread. Thought I made it by a landslide, but instead I'm still hungover. Sometimes I make the wrong phone call after dark. Sometimes I make the wrong turn, then I have to pause. I know exactly how this ends, but I have to start. I still come over. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life. And I'm not living it right, but I don't give a damn.
Well, speaking for myself, I would prefer that. But let's go and jump into this next topic, which is gentrification of the hood, quote unquote, a good or bad thing? We like to get our experts' opinion. Dr. Tuepenz, could you lead us off on this? Do you think gentrification of the hood is a good or bad thing?
No, because it's an investment into the area. If the people in the area that's being gentrified would do the same, then they can have that. And I also want to point out that it happens all over the globe, all over this country. Neighborhoods get gentrified in terms of what the definition means. If you look at what the real definition of the word gentrification, you know what I'm saying? What is it? Did you get it?
I did. So
we had it before. I didn't know what I'm talking about. I want to make sure I say it right, because when you say it, because before I knew about any of this stuff like gentrification, like I found the word gentrification and I thought it was automatically something bad, something dealing with racism, and people trying to oppress us. And then when I read the definition, which is
gentrification is the process whereby the character of a poor urban area is changed by wealthier people moving in, improving housing, and attracting new businesses, typically displacing current inhabitants in the process. But when you do hear it, it does have like it is said with a negative connotation behind it. Recently, I came to the conclusion that how homeowners typically prefer gentrification, but renters do not prefer gentrification.
Hold up.
I come to that conclusion because being a homeowner, my taxes goes up. That means my home value goes up. And I stay in an urban community that people are complaining about gentrification, but I've only seen improvements. So I've seen the sidewalks, more businesses come in, the new Douglas Center, which helps the kids in the community because they don't got nowhere to play basketball or sports. So for me, I'm only seeing improvements, but I know a lot of people around me in my community, they dislike it. So, it's a little odd for me. I'm in the place where most people dislike it, but I love it.
But like you said, you're a homeowner, so you invested into the area. If you just rent, you just there and you don't really care about what's going on. You notice improvements because you're there all the time. People that's renting don't notice the improvements. They just there for a little while, so they don't see what's being improved in the area. And, displacing people sucks. It's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if people took better care of the neighborhoods, it wouldn't be nobody wealthy looking to come through there and do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so my take on gentrification, I'm gonna use my neighborhood, my block where I grew up at, for example. Man, I probably spent the night in every house on my block, and the same people been living there. They still, I went home the other day, seen my mom and stuff. The same people still living there. It's only like 2 or 3 houses on my block that's been like a revolving door. People be coming in and out of those same 3 houses since I've been young. But, like my brothers and stuff, and my cousins, I feel that when we moved out, our parents are still there. Instead of they coming in offering $20,000, $30,000 to try to get us out, get our people out of the house. Like, how can you possibly take $30,000 for a house and go? You can't even buy nothing else with that. You know what I'm saying?
It's a down payment.
Yeah. So basically, I feel like, man, the people that like my brothers and them, we all was fortunate enough to get out of that place. Not saying it was a bad place, but we in positions now to help out, man. We just gotta, as us, like, we gotta buy back the block. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't let them do it. We gotta buy back the block.
Cause somebody gonna do it.
Exactly. Like, they knock on your door and offer you $20,000 for a 4-bedroom house. Come on, man, that's robbery, man. Like,
not knowing in 20 years the house is gonna be $150,000.
Probably more. Yeah. I was telling my son that we was riding through these neighborhoods looking at these old houses back in the day. These old houses out here probably cost $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, maybe worth $500,000 now.
Yeah,
you
know
what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, like, man, we, like, I ain't really with the gentrification stuff of my neighborhood. I can't control nowhere else. Mm-hmm. Like, man, we can only control what we can control. You know what I'm saying? So, man, people knock on my mama door offering $30,000 for a house, man. I'm gonna slam the door in their face like we used to do Jehovah's Witnesses.
Right. That part right there,
like,
though.
Come on, man. Like, why? Like, you trying to lowball us?
So let me ask you this then, since that's an interesting point you bring up. Do you think that's selling out when people do that?
What?
When people just sell their house for, like, do you remember they was moving them houses? Y'all remember they moving houses over there before they built the when they built the museum?
Yeah,
y'all remember that when they had them houses on them, like, on trucks? Yeah. The other day, that's like a form of selling out, just giving your house away for like $30,000, $40,000.
Man, it just depends on your situation, man. That's what I look at it like.
Yeah.
If you really need that bread and you ain't got no other avenues, dog, like, by all means, if you gonna give up your family roots, because it's gonna be people sell out. Like, there's people gonna sell out for their bread. But if you gonna let your house go for $30,000, man, you need to make sure that you reinvest that bread in something, so you can try to get back up. Because, like, you giving away your house, like my brother, we was talking about that. Because I mean, it's crazy. Because I asked him, I'm like, man, what you think I should go on the show and talk about the gentrification stuff? Because I ain't never really had to deal with it. He told me a story about where they built that damn museum by the Capitol. Mm-hmm. A family friend of ours, like, they live there. And I forgot the word they used. He used where they force you out. It's not gentrification. It's another word, man.
Oh yeah,
eminent domain.
Yeah, that's what he said. Eminent domain.
Yeah, eminent domain.
And, like, they force you out. Mm-hmm. So you gotta go. So I feel like, man, if you gonna force me out, man, you gotta let me negotiate that price. Mm-hmm. Like, everything got a price on it, man. So if you force me out, man, you gotta give me $200 or $300, man.
And that's the thing. When they do that, I know, like, when what's the oil company, Chesapeake, when they brought that area over there, used to be houses.
Oh yeah.
But the people who live there were able to negotiate, but they have a stopping point too.
Oh yeah.
Most people just taking what they give.
Yeah.
But and it's difficult because how many of those people are gonna be able to afford a lawyer to actually get that price they want?
Yeah.
And even have the education to be like, we
don't
have to accept this. Like, even when people sell in the house, I do understand that some people are just, I'll say, ignorant by the true definition, not knowing. They don't know that they could say no or fight that and get more money, or they're just selling it, but like you said, they might really need it. So I do get that, but at the same, we need more people, like you said, to buy back the block. Say, no, I'm going to struggle through this, and I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to keep my house.
Yeah.
And I might not be the richest right now, but I know in the long run it's going to pay off. I don't think that's enough for going around in the community. We get people offering to buy our house every day.
That's crazy.
I know they're gonna be. I know they low. I don't even respond because I know it's a low ball. Yeah. And, like, y'all sending us letters every day because y'all know it's value in this. But unless you give me $500,000, I give you fuck about it.
Yeah. But like I was telling y'all earlier, like, man, like, I had a family that used to come pick me up when I was young to play AAU basketball. Man, they live, like, on 13th and like right by OU Medical Center.
Okay.
So they sold their house probably 5-6 years ago. The prices, they came in because they finna gentrify that area too. Them is historical homes though.
They been doing that.
Tell us where grandparents stay.
Yeah. No,
I paid for their house for $30,000. Now it's like Probably up.
That's what I was telling. Like it's 6 figures.
Yeah,
like, you know, I grew up on 16th.
Yeah.
So you know, it used to be houses on 16th. Try Street Approach Christie, Down Street Approach Christie, and they
Yeah,
built that parking
SeaWorld.
lot.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about SeaWorld?
Yeah,
They
it used to be houses where that parking lot is.
Mm-hmm.
Like it used to be houses all over there on both sides.
Yeah.
That shit gone. It's
Yeah,
a parking lot. They been tearing that up, boy.
Yeah, so like I feel like they play with different areas. So that area by the hospital, like I said, that was a historical homes. So I feel like, cause I mean I don't remember the number she told me when they sold their crib, but like it wasn't no 30,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now they drive down the street a little bit more, going to turn into Capitol View where we from, you know what I'm saying, or drive on down some more. I'm gonna use 28th and Martin Luther King. Well, they gonna lowball people over there because they think we not educated enough to, like Shelby said, get a lawyer to negotiate, or just they don't even think we educated enough to know they'll take that 20,000 and get up out of there because they just money hungry. Message. But like those areas over there by the hospital, they ain't treating them people like that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just they pick and choose what areas I feel like where, you know, because I feel like now, if they came and offered my mama half a ticket to get out their crib, we might do it. Might not still, though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You still might not because
if they offering that much, that means that it has to be worth more.
Way more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But man, no, we not getting up out of there because that's family roots. My mom grew up in that house. I grew up in that house. My brother grew up in that house. Everybody in that block grew up in their houses over there. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I don't know, man. We just gotta buy back the block.
So, do you think this that type of behavior is a result of just being a business, capitalism, or do you think it's a result of like racism? Like, do you think they're specifically targeting black people per se, or do you think it's more so like I'm just trying to get this bread?
Yeah, I think it's more so they just
Sandwich with the wrong side of the